The Type 23 frigate, also known as the Duke class, stands as the undeniable backbone of the modern Royal Navy surface fleet. Its long and distinguished service has far exceeded initial expectations. Originally conceived during the final years of the Cold War as a dedicated anti-submarine platform, this specialized hunter was forced to evolve. Unforeseen geopolitical shifts and subsequent fleet reductions transformed its role, making it an indispensable multi-role workhorse, a demanding position it continues to fill today, despite its advancing age and the significant challenges of a timely replacement. The late 1970s and early 1980s presented a clear strategic need for the Royal Navy. A modern anti-submarine warfare frigate was desperately needed to counter the growing threat posed by Soviet nuclear submarines. The Type 23 was designed to step into this breach, replacing the aging Leander-class frigates which had entered service in the 1960s and the general-purpose Type 21 frigates. Its mission was to form the new core of the Royal Navy's surface ship anti-submarine force. The design philosophy of the Type 23 was marked by significant innovation, particularly in the focus on anti-submarine warfare. From the outset, the ships incorporated advanced stealth features, including sleek steel hulls and aluminium superstructures, engineered to reduce radar cross-section and minimize acoustic signatures, a critical factor for successful anti-submarine warfare operations. This emphasis on stealth and survivability also included features to improve resilience against hostile action, ensuring the frigates could operate effectively in high-threat environments. A revolutionary aspect of the Type 23 was its combined diesel-electric and gas propulsion system. This innovative setup paired Rolls-Royce Spey gas turbines with electric motors. This allowed for exceptionally quiet running at low speeds, which is ideal for detecting and tracking submarines, while still providing impressive high-speed performance, capable of reaching 28 knots, with some reports even suggesting speeds of 32 knots. The ships boasted an operational range of 7,800 nautical miles at a cruising speed of 15 knots, making them highly effective for long-range missions. Another key design element was a significant level of automation compared to previous classes. This allowed for a relatively low crew complement of 185, with accommodations for up to 205 personnel. This compares well to the Leander class they partly replaced, which had a crew of around 250. This lean manning approach was intended to drive down manpower costs and make the frigates more affordable to operate throughout their service life. Initially, the Type 23 was envisaged as a light anti-submarine warfare frigate with minimal defensive armament. The Royal Navy recognized the need for a more comprehensive and balanced vessel. Even before the first ship was commissioned, the Type 23 was optimized for general warfare, incorporating a range of new technologies and concepts. Its armament as built included the Seawolf surface-to-air missile for point defense, the versatile 4.5-inch Mark 8 naval gun for shore bombardment and surface engagements, Harpoon anti-ship missiles, and Stingray lightweight anti-submarine torpedoes. The design also included a flight deck and hangar to accommodate a Merlin HM2 helicopter, significantly enhancing both ASW and surface strike capabilities. The Type 996 radar was fitted for air and surface search, and two Type 911 fire control radars to guide Seawolf missiles to their targets. Initial sonar systems include the Type 2090 bow sonar. The first Type 23, HMS Norfolk, was laid down in 1985 and commissioned on the 1st of June 1990, marking the beginning of the Duke's class service. A total of 16 ships were eventually built, with the 16th and final vessel, HMS St. Albans, commissioned in June 2002. The collapse of the Soviet Union in the early 1990s profoundly altered the global threat landscape. The intense focus on deep-water anti-submarine warfare, which had been the Type 23's primary design driver, diminished significantly. However, the need for versatile surface combatants did not wane. It grew, particularly as the Royal Navy faced substantial reductions in its overall fleet size. For instance, the Ministry of Defence announced a reduction in the Type 23 fleet to just 13 ships in July 2004, with the sale of HMS Norfolk, HMS Marlborough, and HMS Grafton to the Chilean Navy. This was a precursor to further, more drastic cuts. This strategic shift from a large number of specialised platforms to a smaller, more versatile fleet was a direct consequence of the Royal Navy's shrinking size in the post-Cold War era. With fewer ships available to cover extensive global commitments, each remaining vessel was compelled to assume a wide array of duties. This made the Type 23's inherent design features, its advanced sensors, and aviation facilities critical in allowing it to seamlessly transition and expand its operational profile. The term workhorse for the Type 23's is not merely a complement to its robust capabilities, but a reflection of its indispensable and often overstretched necessity in a financially constrained environment. Whilst anti-submarine warfare remained a core capability, the Type 23 proved equally adept in surface warfare, air defence, and even non-combat operation, solidifying its place as one of the most versatile classes in the Royal Navy's history. Their expanded role encompassed a wide range of missions. They have been consistently deployed for maritime security patrols, maintaining presence and stability in key regions, and safeguarding vital shipping lanes. More recently, with the introduction of the Royal Navy's new Queen Elizabeth-class aircraft carriers, the Type 23s have become increasingly vital for carrier escort duties, a role that demands robust air defence and anti-submarine warfare capabilities. Since the commissioning of HMS Norfolk in 1990, the Type 23 frigates have amassed an extensive operational history, characterized by constant presence in major global hotspots and exercises. Their adaptability and endurance have been repeatedly demonstrated across various theatres. The Persian Gulf stands as a region where the Type 23s have maintained an enduring and critical presence, continuing a Royal Navy tradition that dates back nearly 2 centuries to the Armilla Patrol. The Type 23's major combat contributions to Gulf security began with the Second Gulf War in 2003. HMS Marlborough, for instance, played a key role in this conflict. Although some Type 23s were commissioned around the time of the 1991 Gulf War, their initial workup periods likely prevented any combat role in that specific conflict, with their major contributions to Gulf security coming later. Following 2003, Type 23s have maintained a strategic forward deployment to the UK Naval Support Facility in Bahrain. HMS Montrose, from April 2019 until November 2022, exemplifies this forward-thinking approach. This allowed ships to remain on station for extended periods. These deployments involved a wide variety of joint security operations, including counter-piracy, counter-narcotics, all aimed at supporting allies in the region and protecting UK interests. HMS Argyll also saw multiple deployments to the Gulf in 2005, 2007, 2008, and as recently as 2020, working with American, Australian, and Iraqi navies. Beyond the Gulf, Type 23s have undertaken vital humanitarian and anti-crime missions. HMS Argyll's deployment to Sierra Leone during its civil war serves as an example. Acting as the West African guard ship, she notably saved 58 lives from a missing passenger ferry. In early 2022, HMS Montrose also successfully seized Iranian weapons from smugglers operating in international waters south of Iran. Throughout their service, Type 23 frigates have consistently participated in NATO exercises and general maritime security patrols across various oceans, demonstrating their ability to operate with allied navies and their enduring global reach. To remain effective and relevant in an evolving threat environment, and critically, To extend the service life far beyond the original expectations, the Type 23 frigates have undergone extensive and costly mid-life refits and life extension programs. These refits, initially projected to last 12 to 18 months and cost between 15 and 20 million pounds, have become increasingly complex and protracted, with durations extending to 37 to 49 months and costs soaring. For example, HMS Iron Duke's 2023 refit exceeded £100 million. The increasing duration and escalating cost of these refits highlight the significant investment and engineering effort required to keep an aging class operational far beyond its intended lifespan. This is not merely about extended life, it involves fundamentally rebuilding and modernizing systems to keep pace with evolving threats. The original design, which utilized thinner steel to reduce weight and cost for an 18-year service life, contributes to the structural challenges now encountered during these prolonged upkeep periods. This trend underscores the growing strain on Royal Navy resources and the impact on the overall availability of the fleet for operational duties. Key modernization programs have focused on several critical areas. Beyond basic refurbishment of the drivetrain, significant upgrades have included the installation of transom flaps to add speed and reduce fuel consumption, and the application of intersleek anti-fouling paint for improved hydrodynamics. More recently, comprehensive engine and generator upgrades have been undertaken, with new diesel generator and motor generator sets being installed. These modifications enhances reliability and fuel efficiency for sustained long-range deployments. The integration of the powerful Type 2087 towed array sonar, fitted to 8 Type 23s from 2004, significantly enhanced their primary anti-submarine warfare capability. This system enables them to detect and hunt submarines at a considerable distance, well beyond their attack range. In 2020, HMS Portland was the first Type 23 to receive a new Type 2150 sonar system. This sonar is also being fitted to the new Type 26 frigates under construction. The Type 23's original medium-range radar was replaced by the BAE Systems Type 997 Artisan 3D radar. This £100 million upgrade, announced in 2008, provided a five-fold increase in capability compared to its predecessor, the Type 996. Artisan significantly improved air defense, anti-surface, and air traffic management, and is designed to operate effectively in littoral zones and combat complex jammers. HMS Iron Duke was the first to receive it during her 2012 to 2013 refit. One of the most significant weapon system upgrades involved replacing the aging Seawolf system with the Common Anti-Air Modular Missile, known as Sea-Scepter within Royal Navy service. This highly agile and effective system, housed in a 30-cell vertical launch system, provides exceptional defense against modern aerial threats, including anti-ship missiles and enemy aircraft. HMS Argyll was the first to test fire it in 2017, and in 2025, HMS Sutherland was the final Type 23 to receive this advanced capability. Notably, HMS Richmond demonstrated its combat effectiveness by successfully shooting down drones during operations in the Gulf in March 2024. The Type 23 fleet, now operating decades beyond its original 18 to 20-year design life, faces escalating maintenance difficulties. The ships are aging, and as previously discussed, the time and cost required for their extensive refits have significantly increased. This leads to fewer ships being available for operations at any given time. A stark reality of their extended service is the unfortunate discovery of structural damage, making some ships uneconomical to repair. HMS Northumberland's planned retirement by March 2025 due to such damage is a prominent example. The Defence Secretary stated that the damage was discovered during a refit and was the result of the ship serving well beyond the original Type 23 out of service date. Similarly, HMS Westminster, which entered upkeep, is now thought to be unlikely to return to sea due to its poor condition, effectively being mothballed. These issues have led to the accelerated decommissioning of several Type 23s, including HMS Monmouth 2021, HMS Montrose in 2023, HMS Argyle in 2024, and the previously mentioned HMS Westminster also in 2024. Adding to this trend, HMS Lancaster is also set to return to the UK this autumn for decommissioning, a decision driven by a poor material state and the prohibitive cost of a refit. Her retirement will further reduce the Royal Navy's frigate strength to just 7 vessels, and means no major UK warship will be deployed to the Middle East for the first time since 1980. These, combined with the earlier sale of 3 ships, HMS Norfolk, HMS Marlborough, and HMS Grafton, to the Chilean Navy, have reduced the operational fleet from the original 16 built to just 7 remaining in active service at the end of 2025. Compounding the challenges of an aging fleet are persistent personnel shortages within the Royal Navy, alongside a broader recruitment crisis. Between July 2022 and July 2023, the total workforce of the Royal Navy shrank by 4.1%. This manpower deficit has reportedly also been a factor in the Royal Navy's decision to decommission Type 23 frigates earlier than planned in order to crew its new classes of frigates, the Type 26 and the Type 31. The crews from the retiring Type 23s are being transferred to the future fleet, a necessary measure to ensure the new vessels can be brought into service. Whilst this strategy aims to modernize the Navy into a high-tech fighting force, it invariably creates a critical short-term capability gap, particularly in high-demand operational areas such as the Red Sea, where the Royal Navy's major surface combatants are currently heavily engaged. The long-anticipated replacement programs for the Type 23s also face their set of hurdles, contributing to this capability gap. Designed as advanced anti-submarine warfare frigates, the Type 26s are intended to directly replace the Type 23s in their primary role. The first ship, HMS Glasgow, is expected to be delivered in 2027. However, the program has experienced delays due to factors such as the COVID-19 pandemic, technical issues, and a deliberate strategy to spread costs and maintain employment at shipyards over several budget years. BAE Systems aims for a steady production rhythm of 1 vessel per year from Ship 5 onwards, with each taking approximately 66 months to build, but these timelines mean that the full complement of Type 26s will not be available for some time. The Type 31 general purpose frigates are also intended to replace the Type 23s, offering a more affordable platform for lower intensity operations. The first ship, HMS Venturer, was floated off in June 2025 and is expected to enter service in 2027 or 2028, although the project's completion date for the last ship has shifted to May 2030. The combined effect of the long delay in actually ordering these ships and the delays in both the Type 26 and Type 31 programs means a significant capability gap is anticipated in the late 2020s. The Royal Navy faces a considerable challenge in maintaining adequate frigate numbers for its extensive global commitments until the new classes are fully operational. This situation forces the Type 23s to remain operational longer, intensifying the strain on the remaining vessels and their crews. This highlights the critical need for continued investment in shipbuilding infrastructure and workforce development, as well as the timely ordering of new ships before the existing force is worn out. The journey of the Type 23 frigate, from its origins as a specialized sub-hunter to its current status as the indispensable multi-role workhorse of the Royal Navy, is a testament to its remarkable adaptability and design. It has consistently played a critical role in maintaining the Royal Navy's global presence, often operating in complex and demanding environments, far exceeding the expectations of its original 18 to 20-year design life. However, this extended service comes at a cost. The Type 23 fleet is undeniably aging, facing escalating maintenance challenges, structural issues, and the unfortunate necessity of early retirements. These burdens are compounded by broader personnel shortages within the Royal Navy, which further constrain the operational availability of the remaining vessels. The crucial replacement programs, the Type 26 and the Type 31 frigates, while progressing, have encountered their own delays, creating a significant capability gap that the aging Type 23s are currently trying to bridge. Despite these growing challenges, the Type 23s remain a vital asset. They continue to perform a wide array of missions, from complex anti-submarine warfare to critical maritime security operations. Their continued presence is essential in bridging the gap until the next generation of frigates can fully restore the Royal Navy's strength and capability. The Type 23 frigate's lasting legacy is not just one of a highly capable warship, but of a class that has, through necessity with the underfunding by successive governments, become the true workhorse of the Royal Navy, a testament to British engineering and the unwavering dedication of its crews. Thank you for watching.